It is very obvious that the government of Nigeria of today is a government of rewarding criminality. Now, when Peter Obi always talk about this, many people throw jabs at him and all of that. But the recent incident with Kwam and that of the Ibom Air lady has clarified and vindicated Mr. Peter Obi and many Nigerians like you and me who have been calling out this unholy behavior from our government institutions and political elites. Now, the news have it that the federal government has now appointed K1 the Ultimate as the ambassador to aviation security protocol. According to the news, they said Kwam 1 no-fly ban reduced to 1 month, all criminal charge withdraw, FAN to appoint him as ambassador for aviation security protocol. And this is coming from the Minister of Aviation this morning when he made it known on his verified Twitter handle of the circumstances that led to this unholy resolution. And according to him, he said, in the last 48 hours, I have been in consultation with critical stakeholders in the aviation sector and those involved in the unfortunate incident regarding the unrare behavior of a certain individual at our airports of recent. You see, a certain individual, and this is actually relating to the Miss Comfort's Emerson with the Ibom Air. This is not with Kwam 1. This statement here is not to Kwam 1. Now, you see, they were not in consultation when they rushed this lady to remind her in Kurikuri. Remember that the Federal High Court have been on recess for a while now, and they'll be resuming back by the ending of next month. And they went to a magistrate court to charge this girl. They charged this girl to court, took her to magistrate court, and remanded her in prison. I don't want to go into all those nitty-gritty in court, because the focus here is what Festus Keyamo is saying, and the fact that this guy has now been given an ambassador. Somebody that committed terror is given an ambassadorial appointment. But somebody who I won't call it who was assaulted rather, and defended herself, is given nothing. Now, let me derail a bit. Let's not forget what happened in Adamawa State. My previous videos, I've talked about that so many times, where the young man called Jackson defended himself against Fulani terrorists, but he was sentenced to death by the by the government. He was sentenced to death by the courts, but he was defending himself. The same thing here now. My previous video on this Miss Comfort explained everything, and it's glaring to everyone to see that this girl was set up by the air hostess. But now, in order to clean the mess, they have now decided to withdraw all the criminal charges against her, as well as the criminal charges against this president's friend. And now they have given the president's friend the ambassadorial appointments. Why are they withdrawing the criminal charges? Oh, according to them, they said because of the outcry from many Nigerians and well-to-do people in the society. So for that reason, they have decided to agree, and the life ban on the Miss Comfort have now been lifted. And within the week, she will be released from the Krikri prison. Why they rush in the first place to take her to the prison? Now, look at this now. This is now, they have now make a caricature of themselves. Let's look at this. No one is saying that Miss Comfort and the Kwam 1 should not be punished. No one is saying that. Nobody is saying that they shouldn't go to prison. Personally, I've said this before, that Kwam 1 committed a terror-related offense and should be treated as one. Hijacking an aircraft is as an act of terrorism. The other lady, she did nothing in that regard. She was asked, we saw the statement from Ibom Air, and all was just about offing phone and putting the phone on flight mode. That was all. And Ibom Air came up with a statement that it took another passenger to retrieve the phone from her. You don't expect the company to say otherwise. They will always protect their own interests and their own staff. It will take a genuine, when I mean genuine person in the realms of affair, who also have investigated the issue before releasing statements. Investigated the issue before releasing statement by talking to those at the those passengers before releasing a statement. We said otherwise. And we have seen testimony coming up from people who were part of that flight who said that the reverse is the case. You see that? And they are saying that what actually transpired was that this young lady was assaulted by the air hostess. These are conductors, not air hostess. If you say air hostess, no one know. And now, because they messed up the whole situation, and Nigerians now rose up to say, no, you can't do this. They are now retrieving the punishment for her and also the punishment for Kwamwan. Now, let's get it this way. You cannot, even at that, the issue of the clothes that was torn by the Ibom Air staff, how about that one? Are they going to sweep it under the carpet? No, they're not going to do that. That lady have to pay for it. You see, when we talk about our justice system, we talk about our, the way we behave in this country. Now you see, all everybody was calling for was proper investigation and justice for everyone. Nobody said that you should pardon them. Now they have gone ahead to pardon these people, and even in the statement of this Mr. Festus Kayamo, he said that in the case of the Value Jets and Wasiu, the NCAA is to reduce his flight ban to a 1 month period. Then FAN will also work with the music star with a view to engage him as an ambassador for proper airport security protocol going forward. Now, he went ahead to say that that there is going to be. He said that he have directed all relevant aviation agencies in collaboration with other complementary agencies outside aviation to immediately begin a retreat next week to properly retrain and prepare our aviation security personnel on how to deal with all this kind of situation. Now, this is the best part of everything that they have said. Yes, everybody, they need to go on retreat. And this retreat shouldn't be, and he said that they're going to make it, press is going to cover everything. No, now. But it's good, sure. But if you ask me, this retreat shouldn't be that they will do it this year and then it's in 2050. No. The retreat should be coming every 6 months. Every six months. There should be courses that these people are supposed, to be going for. Every 3, 6 months, 1 year, 18 months, go for like 2 weeks course, 1 week course, 3 weeks course, and all of that. To make them come up to date with the current reality. Anger management, how to handle situations, conflict resolutions, and all of that. They're supposed to be going for those retreats. Me and you, we know, even on our own, we dey go do small study to just keep us, to checkmate ourselves. But an institution like this, it's a good move by the Minister of Aviation. But my own issue here is this: no one should be pardoned. I don't like this thing that they just did. This is not what we are calling for. All we are calling for is justice for Miss Comfort and also punishment for Kwamwan. Simple. No two ways about it. If Miss Comfort is found guilty, she should face. In fact, she assaulted those people, yes, which is on video. She assaulted them. All of us we could see that. Then she should face the punishment of the assault. But again, that can only be determined in the court of law, because you won't tell me I'm assaulting somebody when I'm trying to defend myself. Hello? You can't tell me that I'm assaulting somebody when I'm trying to defend myself. Imagine a situation where there was no confrontation, I did nothing, and then you are the one who trespassed. And then while I want to step out, you blocked me. Right? You blocked me. And then at the end of the day, you turn around to claim the victim. No, now. Where personally I will blame the lady was on the ground that when everybody was going down, that was when she was supposed to create a scene. They were trying to push her down. She could have resisted them if she had not done anything wrong. That's the only point, that if I were in her shoe, knowing fully well that maybe I was insulted or something, or maybe what I could have done in this digital age is put on my camera and record everything. After all, the plane don't land now. You know, they air. Even if they air, say the phone is on airplane mode, I can video. What are we saying? You want to create a scene? No problem. I'll help you create a scene. Take my camera and record everything. So I have an evidence. I think, but with this statement now being made by Minister of Aviation, and I can tell you that going forward, they are trying to say that going forward, if you try simping these people, this air hostess and those airline crew, they will claim victim and send you to Krikri, and send you to Kuje, and send you to all the maximum prison in Nigeria. So this thing should be two-way thing. There should be a law that will detail the airline operators for misbehaving, and also detail the passengers for misbehaving. It should be spelled out clearly. Now, the other day we saw a lady who stopped the semi-bomb air from flying. Why? Because her load was not on at the aircraft. If now you call, won't you stop them? Why will you be traveling? You carry everybody, bring their load, they keep your load outside. Why? If I get to where I'm going to, am I not going to use something out of my bag? I kept my load outside and then I should go. Why? You should explain to me why. You know, people were shouting and saying, no manner. Why? No, why? Why will you do that? You have to bring my loads in. So all this nonsense, you will see them, you have a flight to catch up with for 2 p.m. for example, and by 2 p.m. they will just say, okay, that will be scheduled for 3 p.m. Why? No justification to that. No reasonable reason. And some of them say, they will even tell you the plane that is supposed, the aircraft is supposed to take you, have not arrived yet. In the Siba, na Kabu airline with the run for Nigeria. All of us know that one. You go come out from Abuja, go Bini, from Bini, go Yola, before you go Lagos. Hey, anyway, this is the updates from the situation that happened within the last 1 week, from Kwan to Miss Comfort, and now to ambassadorial appointment. Nice one, Nigeria Haiti. Show you all saw what happened to, what was that guy, that Nigerian musician, that NDLEA picked up the last time. What happened? They made him the ambassador of NDLEA. You see, somebody that they caught with, they made him ambassador. And I will say, just like some people who have been alleged to, you know, being involved in horrific, cocaine trafficking, all those drugs and all of that, and all manner, also become the presidents of their respective countries, right? Haven't you seen in the news that someone who is involved in drug trafficking, known a drug baron, you know, a lot about him as a drug lord, eventually become a president of his country? Have you not read in the news? It happened in some countries. You and me, you know. Some people currently are presidents of different countries across the globe. and their former drug lord, oh, former in okay, they may still be, they even be using their offices to traffic, you know, all of these things. Who knows? So it's not a new thing in Nigeria now. Now you see, it's coming to Nigeria. When NDLEA awarded somebody that they caught as ambassador, now one now terrorists, they don't give an ambassadorial this thing. That was a terrorist activities now. That was an act of terrorism. You hijack an aircraft, they gave you ambassadorial appointment. Okay, fine. Tomorrow now, was it not an army officer that said that a former Boko Haram member can become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Are we not seeing some of them in this thing, allegedly that this one was part of this and that, and they are in office now? People that have been accused of this and that. Haven't you seen what is happening in Zamfara State, where the Zamfara State present governor is accusing the former governor of involving in whatever that is going on, the insecurity going on in the state, accusing sitting House of Rep members and House of Assembly members? Have you not seen the governor of Benue State saying that the powerful people in Abuja and House of people in the National Assembly are responsible for the killing in Benue State? Are you not aware of that? I didn't call anybody's name. That is what they said. I'm only quoting them. So you see, here's the government and of awarding criminals, you know, with appointments and all of that. You can see the current government today. What have they done? They appoint people that confesses to Nigerians that they have rigged the election. They gave them ministerial position. How about that? It is well with Nigeria, Sha. Thank you for watching.